Hey everybody, Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Kingdoms Reborn. I've been a fantastic and amazing day today. I finally came up with a town name. I just used a name generator there, and we got Saltreath as our town name. And we are kind of in a little bit of a pickle right now. We are in need of quite a bit of food. We're at 23 right now. We're down about 60 or so. So I put in a second fishing lodge. So we got two on the river here, getting some fish for us. We also, of course, have our fruit gatherer, and we have a hunting lodge as well. And we're kind of stuck with what we have right now. We can't purchase any other land for a bit. We're only at 871 gold, and most of these are very, very expensive. And this one right here, remember, that has that disease frequency that I don't really think we can deal with just yet. We do have a good amount of medical herbs, and we do have some medicine, but I don't really want to increase the disease rate when we're having food issues. I don't really think that that would be very wise. So we're going to continue to work on getting our food figured out. With our tech tree, we could learn a quick little thing, and let's do foreign trade, and let's also go with mushroom log sterilization. And then let's buy a trading post. My thought is we could maybe trade for some food, just for a little bit here. Let's grab our trading post. We got to find a good spot for it. It would work great over here, but I don't want to use up that land. I want to use that farming, remember, because it's got that fertile buff. Let's go ahead and we'll get this guy plopped in. We'll go about right there. We're doing pretty great with our balance of workers right now, so this shouldn't take too long to get created. We're doing great with our stone and wood stockpiles as well, so it shouldn't take long at all to get that on the way. But let's also look at the mushroom farm. So the log sterilization that we just achieved is for the mushroom farm, and these guys grow mushrooms for food. And I do like these. They aren't the super greatest thing in the world, but they are decent in the beginning here. So let's go ahead and we'll get one of these planted. Get that on the way as well. Hopefully we have enough wood for all that. We also have a couple buildings that we can build that are down over here, and these are free buildings. These kind of give you more stat on the town, so we can find a good spot for these. We're kind of tight for space, so I'm gonna hold off on them. They're kind of large. Both of these are kind of big, so I'm gonna wait to put those in. I do want to check those out and see what kind of goody information it has for us, but I don't have a lot of space to utilize them just yet. I don't have any improvements that we can really do over here. I don't want to use up our tooling. We don't have a whole lot of extra wood that I want to put towards extra tooling right now. We do have the one tool shop going right now. Should be enough to sustain us for a little while. So the trading post's good to go. Let's go ahead and hit trade. So remember, we have a bunch of leather, and we aren't going to use leather for a little while yet. So we're going to go ahead and try and sell some of this. Let's go with half of our leather. Sell that. So that's going to increase our quantity, remember. And then let's find a food. Let's go with beef, and let's go ahead and do 30 beef in there and have that on the way. So overall, we're going to lose 250 gold. So let's go ahead and do that. And we got the upgrades tree. Nice. I was really hoping to get this soon, because not only do we have a tech tree, we also have the upgrade tree. Now, the upgrade and the tech tree share the same currency, the science points, so you got to kind of balance it. But what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and grab wheat seeds, but it's going to take a little bit. Of course, we got to research it. And this is going to be a food for us. We can also use the wheat seeds to make beer. So what my thought is, we are going to put in a couple more farms over here, and we're going to grow some wheat. And hopefully we can get some food stuff figured out and really good to go here. Let's go with farm about like that. And then we do have that little burrow that you could see there. So if we zoom in here, and we toggle the trees, this little guy right here, this is a boar burrow. So this is where boars can go to live, and I liked it right here because it was close to our town and our hunting lodge. But since we click on this, you can see here, this is occupant 0 out of 4. We had boars over here, but that's across the river. So we can go ahead and bulldoze that with a farm. And we're gonna go ahead and fill this little space in. We'll go about right there and get another wheat farm. So this fishing lodge is kind of screwing up our farming area, but that's okay. We can continue to go on the other side. I really needed to utilize this extra fish coming in. We're doing better on our food count. Not quite there yet, Oh, we did get our mushroom farm completed as well. And let's see, we have upgrade intensive care for 16 rocks and 1 point, plus 30% production bonus when worker slots are full. We have that. Let's go ahead and do that. So you can see this thing is using 8 wood to make 14 mushrooms. So we gotta watch our wood stock here. We don't want to be totally out of wood, because then we're gonna have problems with tools. We're gonna have problems with coal. We're doing great with coal right now. We've got a lot of stockpiled. We can see that right over in here too. So we have to find additional spots to get some more wood coming in here. We have this one forester. It's awesome, but we want to expand and be able to keep up with the town's demands, right? Okay, so we got our trade. Looks like we got a couple meat pops over here, so they should get picked up here shortly. And you can see you got people running over there picking that up. So we could be looking into some more trades. We don't have a ton of money right now, so we could do some selling. We have a good amount of stone tools, so let's see if we can sell some of those. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go for the 60 and get 820 coins out of that. That'd be good. And we could think about expanding maybe. We could utilize the trades, sell a bunch of stuff, and expand a little bit. I'm so tempted to go into this space just because it's so convenient right here. But that disease really kind of scares me. I don't want to push my luck. But we did get our wheat seeds finally. So let's go ahead and adjust this farm to wheat and this one to wheat. So that'll be good. We'll get some more extra food coming in, and then hopefully we'll have our food issues figured out. And then we can just save some coins. We'll continue to do some trading, and we got to work on a place to expand. I really think we should go across right here. We could utilize this little space that the fishing dock provided for us to build a bridge right in here. So maybe we'll do that. We'll leave that space there like so. And then while we're here, I guess, let's put in another farm. We're going to end up using the farms no matter what. So let's go over about right here. I want to be able to snake a road behind this. Oh, I don't have enough wood. Okay, so yeah, we're running into a wood issue. Let's go ahead and do that. 3 immigrants want to join the town. No, I'm going to refuse. Only because of our food situation and because housing. We only have 40 spots for people, and we're at max right now. So we don't want to push that any further without building an extra home. So let's go ahead and we'll put it a home. I don't really love this spot right here, so that might be a temporary thing. This is pretty close to the charcoal burner, so that'll be a frowny face. And I remember that will negatively impact our appeal, so I want to try to avoid that if we can. So I think this is what we're gonna do. We did get our little quest over here for fish completed. We got 500 fish brought in, so we get cooperative fishing. Every 1% happiness above 60 gives +1 productivity to fishing lodge. So we put that in here, but we need to upgrade our town hall for 500 coins. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we have improved beer brewing or improved tool making, a little bit of increased productivity to either one of those. Let's go ahead and do beer brewing. We'll submit that. And then research our way to the next era to unlock the town hall upgrade. Congratulations, your town hall is in level 2. We got military unit trainings, and we can unlock cards by wood and steel. The next era, so what that is referring to, is we come over here. Here we have the Dark Age, and then we have Middle Age. And you can see here, right here, Middle Age, 0 out of 10, house level 2. Well, the way to get to level 2 is with these prerequisites here. So we have to either create pottery, furniture, or beer. So since we already have wheat, let's go ahead and go with beer brewing, and we'll get that on the way. Now, what I want to do, I'm kind of nervous about this. I think I'm going to push over here and capture this jungle pile. The disease frequency is 3, but we do have the ability to plant our own medicinal herbs. So we are growing that. You can see we got a decent stock. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, so we got it. And now we get a book to create a buff with one of our buildings. Let's go ahead. Let's grab the productivity book. We got the coal mine. That's super good. Let's purchase that coal mine as well. Okay, first things first. Let's go back to our town hall, level 2, and let's put our cooperative fishing in there. Excellent. And then we have our productivity book. So something that we want to increase the productivity of is probably some food, but we're doing okay with food now. We're at 390. I wouldn't mind having a better forester. So let's go ahead and put this in here. All right, so we just got a storage full notification on dang near every building in the town here. So we have to put in another little storage space. That's going to be BY, again, the hotkeys. Let's just go over here for now. I do want to get rid of that house that's right here. So we'll do that. We'll put the storage yard in there, but we are needing some wood. Got lots of wood over in here, so let's go ahead and gather some trees. We're gonna go non-fruit trees, and I'm just gonna select and drag this whole kit and caboodle. We need a lot of wood. Let's get that on the way. And then there is a button right in here, a speed boost, a hotkey of V, boost target buildings work speed by plus 50 for 50 seconds. So this you can use on certain buildings, such as our fishing dock. We can make better charcoal. Production buildings, we can use this with. You can't use it on the forester. So we're going to go ahead and buff our fish, and then let's go ahead and buff our stone coming in. I just want to use the ability because then it'll start recharging, and you might as well utilize the bonus that it's giving us. Let's continue to clear out through this space. And then this little coal deposit that's right here. You can see these dark spots here. So that's representing coal. If we zoom out here, we have coal deposit, and up here we have iron deposit. So this is specifically where that coal deposit is in our little province. And then up over in here, this is where the iron is. So you have to put your iron mine over in here. We're going to have to put our coal mine over in here. This is a valid spot, but this is not. So we're going to go ahead and find a spot. The problem with this is we're really close to the housing situation over here. So let's kind of put this as far away as possible. We're going to go about right there, and we'll go like that. That'll work just fantastic. So that'll be on the way. We are going to probably also want to put in another forester. Let's go for the wild card. And then we have a forester, 360. We still can't purchase it. We still got to wait. Let's go ahead and do another trade and get a little bit more money that way. Let's go for minus 60 leather, get a little bit more money. And now we should be able to go ahead and get our forester. And you can see this forester has quite the range, so we're covering a lot of ground here. If we can get this thing settled in a decent spot, about right in here, should be able to capture most of the trees that we have access to. So let's go ahead and get that guy in there. All right, now we need to wait a little bit for those things to get created. We also want to put in a couple more houses. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on a couple of housing situations here, and then I'll bring it back in just a second. All right, our houses are all put in. We got our coal up and running, and we got our other forester working. So that's excellent. We got all of our stuff going. So we got a frugality book, and this is going to decrease the upkeep of a building by 70%. So if we're looking over here, you can see your coin income, the positives and the negatives. So we have minus 125 for our building upkeep. So we got to find something that is costing us a lot in upkeep. And you can see what a building is costing you in upkeep by coming over here, click on your building, the fourth thing down, upkeep. This is costing us 10 gold. So what we want to do is find whatever building is highest. I don't know if we'll have anything higher than 10 gold right here. You can see here we have a trading post upkeep of 30. We can't do anything. There's no slots in here, so we can't reduce that. Fishing lodge is 20. So let's go ahead and we'll put a frugality book in our fishing lodge. And there's another one. Excellent. We're going to go ahead and put that over here as well. So you can see that upkeep goes from 20 down to 6. It's a pretty significant bonus. I like that a lot. We're going to go ahead and do that. All right. In addition, we also got the beer brewery. So this is going to brew some of our wheat that we're growing into beer. You can see we have a little bit of a stockpile, 148. So I want to go ahead and get a beer brewery started. So we'll come over in here. This is kind of our little industrial area. Good enough distance away from the houses so that they aren't getting negative impacted. Let's go ahead and we'll put that guy right there. And I would also like to get the tavern if we have access to that. We do. So here's the tavern, 320. Increases visitors' entertainment, base service quality of 50. So this thing is pretty generous size. I would like to find a good spot to tuck this thing in to, of course, encompass as many of the homes as possible in one go. It looks like our little storage yard that we just put in there is kind of in the way. So let's do this. Let's go ahead. We're going to go to demolish. We're going to take this out. And you know what I should have looked for? Oh, okay. There it is. Drop resource. I was going to say, I don't know if you lose all of the resources if you do that. But apparently you don't, which is great. So we're going to go ahead and grab our tavern. And you can see if we go here, we get just about every house. We're missing that one on the far right. So what else I'm going to do here, I'm going to take this guy out. Let's go ahead and go back to tavern. And let's get a tavern up in here. And then let's put a storage yard back in. We'll tuck it in right where that other one was. And we'll go like that. So that'll be on the way. And then we need to find an additional spot, because that's not going to be enough. Let's go with about this size right there. And that'll be great. We'll be okay for storage for a little while. See, we've got a bunch of frowny faces around, and hopefully once this tavern and this beer brewery get up and running, that will be dealt with. Let's take a quick look at our resources here. So we're doing pretty well with wood now. We are about plus 500. That's excellent. Coal is still looking great. Medicinal herbs is now in the negative, so we're losing some medicinal herbs over time, which is, of course, because of the diseases that are now happening because of this jungle biome that we took. So let's go ahead and come over in here. Let's add in another farm. We are going to want to have the diseases taken care of course. We'll put that in right on the end. And then we have just enough space to sneak a road in here. And then we have enough to build our bridge later. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. Get that on the way. Let's set this to medicinal herb so I don't forget. Well done. We have our first house at level 2. So that's excellent. So it's gone very quickly, but the beer has been completed and the houses have got access to it. You can see over here, to upgrade houses, provide them with the luxury resources. We have beer, cannabis, furniture, pottery, and tulips. So you can see there we have 10 beer now. So if we zoom out, remember when in the last episode when I was trying to decide where we're going to place our town, we were looking at these trade things. So right here we have cannabis, and right here we have tulips. So when we gain access to these, we'll have some very easy tier 1 luxury goods to provide our town, which will help increase our housing levels to level 2. Let's take a look back at our upgrades. So we got the beer brewing, you know that, but you can see here now that our middle age now has 3 out of 10 house level 2s. So that is in process, and that'll be completed here soon, as long as we can keep our beer coming in. So a way that we can help to ensure that is if we go back to our upgrade tree. So of course we got the wheat seeds, right? And now we could go for charcoal burner improvement plus 30% productivity, which is good. But what I'm kind of really thinking about is right here, the farming technologies plus 3% farm productivity per level. So currently 0 out of 10. Let's click this once, and this is going to cost us 230 science points per click. So we're going to just go ahead and we'll leave the 230 in there for now because we don't have anything else that we can afford. So we just got a prompt warning us about our medicinal herbs. So if we look at our production over here, we're about 120 below our production. So we have to do something different, of course. So I did change one of these farms over to medicinal herbs, and we'll see if that's going to be enough. So this jungle tile is making me pay for it, but it's kind of nice. I like having it. The coal here has really alleviated the pressure on our wood production. So that's been nice to have that kind of under control. We have a good amount of wood stored up now, almost 600. So our wood is good to go. Another thing that I kind of want to get into is if we go ahead and get our iron mine, we could start at least putting this guy in and getting some iron on the way. So what we want to do now is probably find another river that we can expand to so that we can continue to grow enough food and have enough medicinal herbs to deal with the health issues that we are going to start running into here. We are at 0 medicine. I'm just noticing now we have a little spot up over in here where we could absolutely build a farm, and I think we are going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we get that just right. And now we're getting a little bit too far away from our housing, so you have to be kind of close to where the people live, so we don't have to walk quite so far. So we could kind of put a couple more farms over in here. I think the next place I want to purchase is going to be right here. We need 1,400. We're about halfway there. Let's go ahead and set these farms to medicinal herbs. Now, this farm will operate because we have the workers, but the efficiency is going to take a pretty big hit. You can see here, this building is too far from houses. Build a new house nearby to ensure this building runs efficiently. So it will run, it's just not going to be as good as it could be. We're going to make sure that these are all medicinal herbs. We got another frugality book. So of course we want to find something that's expensive. We know that the fishing lodges were 20 and everything else was 10 upkeep. So we're going to go ahead and add a frugality book to our iron mine here. And we are going to be getting some iron. It'll be good. I don't think I can do anything really with the iron just yet because we don't have the blacksmith, but we will have a little bit of a stock ready and that'll be nice. It looks like we are able to advance to the middle ages. We just need a little bit more science points. So we'll just hold up. Let's go ahead and click it and we'll continue to research it. It's going to take a little while to get there, but we are well on the way. So that means that one little beer brewery that we have with a little bit of wheat that we have coming in has been enough to upgrade our homes to level 2 and have at least 10 of them. Something that I would like to do also is get stone insulation in our homes, but that's gonna be 20 per house, and we have 175. So I am gonna upgrade a few of these, but I don't want to run out of wood completely. So we'll just do handful, and then I am going to use our little ability here to buff quarry up here. We'll get that working for us a little bit better, and then we'll do a couple more over here. And it looks like our storage is full again, so we're gonna have to find another good spot for some storage space. So I'm watching these people come off the fields here, and you can see the red basket, easy to see. They got a little bit of a ways to go to get to storage. I would like to do something about that, but we really can't do anything because of our space situation over in here. What I'm gonna do is I'll expand out this way a little bit more, put a couple more houses in here, and then I'm gonna delete these 2 houses, and then we'll put a storage yard over there, and that should alleviate the storage situation for a little while, and it'll be really good efficiency wise for the farms and everything over here to have a spot to bring the goodies. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, there are going to be buildings in the future that will be able to buff these farms. I don't want to take up all the space, but I am going to delete them. And we have advanced to the middle age. Pretty great. We're going to go ahead and choose an era bonus. We got agriculturalist or geologist. We're going to go ahead and get agriculture. Plus 10 farm productivity. We're going to go ahead and do that. Alcohol appreciation or craftsmanship. Let's go with alcohol appreciation. We already have some of that coming in. And we got a wild card. Excellent. So I still haven't deleted these couple houses over here, but I wanted to wait until we had some houses to replace them so we didn't have a homeless problem all of a sudden. So yes, let's demolish this. BY to go ahead and build our storage yard, and then let's get another one of these buddies in here. And let's go about right there so that we have enough space for a windmill. It's kind of the item that I'm thinking of putting in here. So we go to our tech tree. We got our middle age. Now we have logistics and beekeeper available. I'm trying to get over here to baking. So the windmill is going to grind the wheat into flour and then plus 10% productivity to surrounding farms. Also with agriculture revolution, we can get food storage and then plus 25% productivity to surrounding food producers. So the granary would be super powerful in that space because it would also benefit our fishing. So the next thing, let's go ahead and do sheep ranch. Get that instantly because we had enough points, and then we'll begin to research agriculture revolution. Sheep ranch is pretty cool. It's going to be a huge building though. Look at how large this is. So our current setup, we can't really take advantage of these until maybe we purchase this fertile area over here. Take those immigrants, and then let's go ahead and grab another sustainability book. Excellent. Level 2 AI, that's fine. So now we have enough money to go ahead and purchase this forest tile over here, and we have all sorts of river action over here. Let's go ahead and claim that province, and now we are good to go. We have this little area chiseled out of the island for us, looking great, and we will absolutely put a bunch of farms over here on this side, utilize that fertile soil buff, but I think we'll do all that in the next episode. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Kingdoms Reborn. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night, and I'll talk to you again soon.